the question I wish to ask you at this point is the first kind of dangerous combat experience where you felt like, oh, okay, my life is in danger here.
Okay. Only once in Northeast, if you ask me, the initial combat days. We entered into some house. It was again fighting in built-up area. So we were aware that there were people. The input said ki whether they are in possession of weapon or not, we are not aware. Fine. So we had assumed all kind of contingencies, but we had never thought ki it can happen this way also. Ki the moment you open the door and you will find someone and a pointing weapon at your head. Now this was something which we had never assumed, but it happened. Murphy's Law. It had to happen.
Because of the lack of weapons in the Northeast generally.
No. Because the guy was in a very tight situation and his neck was in the noose. There were no outlet to go out of the house.
Okay.
So he thought there is only one option. The moment and I take a first shot, the moment and you take them by surprise. I think probably that was the mindset. You just enter it and you take it by surprise. So we had never thought in wildest of dreams that the moment we, generally the tendency is you open the door and you throw some grenade and wait for some momentary reaction. But no. The moment we kicked the door and opened it, the guy was bloody standing with his weapon in his head and he just put it on the head. And when you face situation and you go black, I went black at least that time for a moment. And maybe luck was in my this thing and he pressed the trigger, nothing worked. Maybe the weapon was faulty, or there was some technical snag, but it never worked.
Wow.
But it still took me in a couple of seconds to, muster my senses. It happens. Your nerves goes blackout because I never expected it is going to happen. Ki kholte hi, the guy will be in front of you.
What was going on in your head? When
Nothing.
Just blank.
It went blank because, I was prepared ki once you enter and I'll go this side or that side, this is what I'm going to do. I was part of the room intervention drill. I was in the leading party. But the moment the guy, he had put the weapon on your head, I went blank. Only for a couple of seconds. And then he also went black. He was also surprised it didn't work. Then he cocked his weapon again. Meanwhile, those seconds were good enough to get back to his senses. And then I had given a solid hit on his blood, on nose and mouth. Then we were able to check on that guy. I was able to catch him.